If you're planning to hit the road this weekend, you may want to be extra careful. There's concern that the pandemic might be why there seems to be more road rage incidents. CCX News reporter Nina Bupasavan looked into this matter in this CCX News special report.
If you've noticed people driving more erratically since the pandemic started, it's not your imagination. Experts say underlying stress and trauma from grief and isolation can play out every day we're out and about, especially when driving.
Finding peace behind the wheel is hard to come by these days.
People are just honking their horns and yelling and flipping me off.
Everywhere you turn or merge, it appears drivers are falling into bad and dangerous habits.
It's very, very scary.
Of course, it's gotten a lot worse. I've seen right by my house, there was a serious accident where they had to use the jaws of life to get the guy out of the car.
Most people are super impatient. When you're driving the speed limit, they get angry and they just pass and just speed for no reason.
We take every complaint very seriously.
Police say road rage is on the rise, and the trend upward started during the pandemic.
It can be tailgating, speeding, running red lights, aggressive lane changes. Sometimes we get complaints about people driving on the shoulder of the interstate to pass traffic, especially during traffic slowdowns. You okay? Is there any way we can be of assistance to you at all?
I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to get out of my house.
People have been at home more over the past year and a half, which has then, caused people not to have to drive places. So when they do go out, they may not be used to driving anymore in high volumes of traffic.
If you take a closer look at the number of crashes and fatalities, it paints a grim picture of how dangerous the roads have been. But perhaps behind the numbers, there's a larger issue.
We're going to see different instances in which stress and violence and anger and frustration are going to show up.
Dr. Asia King is a Brooklyn Park psychologist who studies trauma.
Because you have the stressors of not just COVID, but integrating back into society. What does that mean to be back in line? What does that mean to be back in traffic? What does that mean to have to wait?
Or not wait. Police report drivers are skipping stop signs and red lights, and even smashing signs with their cars.
It is a huge adjustment.
Dr. King says if you look at some road rage incidents, you can see visible effects of the pandemic.
The effects of COVID have been irritability, anger, frustration, definitely feeling stressed. And so you may see that in possible road rage moments.
I think kind of everyone's tolerance has gone down for things. When you think that, getting back out there again in the community, you think that people would be a little more understanding, a little more patient, but that seems to be the opposite, unfortunately.
To help, police and health professionals are encouraging safer outlets and daily practices.
As a community, we need to just be more patient when we're driving. We got to realize that there are large volumes of traffic.
There are so many avenues in which we can relieve our stress.
If you do encounter an aggressive driver, don't engage in any behavior such as hand gestures, verbal contact, anything. Just pull over and let them leave the area or change lanes.
You never know what those people are going through, and just take a breath. It's not worth it. Just be a little more empathetic.
Everyone is going through a lot. Everyone has their own problem, but it's just the matter of fact that we all have one life. So if you're going through things, either you stay home and you work those things out, that's the best way. But if you're getting on the road, again, there are other lives on the road that you have to be very careful.
This is a universal struggle. We are all in this together.
Nina Bupasavan, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.